first of all, in terms of the colleges, who's going to pay for it? That elevates the taxes.
Okay, again, the fact, number one, the fact that nobody seems to care that we spend trillions of dollars on.
Okay, that's the next question you want me to get to then, right?
Okay. Please don't do that.
The military-industrial complex.
Okay.
Okay. It's a business.
Exactly. They manufacture wars
It's a business.
in order
I'm
to
not
create
saying-
business
I'm not
to
saying good,
sell
bad.
arms.
I'm saying this is what America is.
You know, it used to be, but it should not be. It used to be that we manufactured weapons just in case we had a war. Now we manufacture wars in order to sell weapons.
We've always
Manufacture wars?
Yes, wars are made up. They're fucking bullshit. This whole shit about going to war with Korea. What the fuck is Korea doing to the States?
Okay. Again, what I'm looking at is the question and answering it completely and totally. You know, you're asking me, why are we spending so much money on wars and military and all this other shit? That's what we've done
I'm
since...
not asking you why. I know why. I'm
Okay.
asking you if the United States can do that, why cannot they afford to also send
And let
their
me
students to
answer.
college
You're
as well?
not... Okay. I'm getting to that if you let me answer, okay? Because the nature of America and Americans has been first and foremost conquest and conquering. That's how we became a country,
so let me
okay?
answer
Barbary
that.
states.
The nature of men is to rape women. Does that mean they
The
should?
nature of men is to rape
Yeah,
women?
I'm bullshitting, obviously, but I mean, there's a lot of men out there that think that they should just be able to bonk a woman on top of the head like they did back in the caveman days, grab a hold of their hair, drag them to their cave, and fuck them. Okay,
I
that's
just think women should make us sandwiches.
yeah. Okay, but I mean, just because it's the nature of a country doesn't mean that that's the way it should be.
My preference is actually not even to have sex at this point. I just want to eat.
You're talking about yourself.
The last person you boned was a psycho.
I'm talking about Americans. Okay, I'm not talking about Moshe.
I'm an American.
Bitch.
You're an Israeli first. You were born here.
Called me bitch.
Shut up. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm
I
just
called
saying
her
that.
bitch.
I mean, you're excusing bad behavior. is
How
what
am
you're
I
doing.
excusing bad
You're
behavior?
excusing bad behavior. You're saying, well, that the
Is life
nature
fair?
of Americans
Is
is
life
to
fair?
manufacture wars
Is life
so
fair?
that we can.
Is everything supposed to be on a level playing field? Is everything supposed to be on a level
I
playing
don't know
field?
why. Well,
Because that's what you're getting at is, you know, because, saying it should be this way, it should be that way. Who says it should be any way?
I'm saying that it should be.
There's got to be some way.
Morally
What
speaking,
power do you have to change
morally
things?
speaking, if you can afford to send your boys to war to die, you should also be able to afford
Send them to college?
to send them to college.
Okay, and whose morals are these?
I don't know, mine.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're getting to the
with
real
you,
nuts and bolts of things.
But that's not. But I'm just saying that what you're saying is that it's
I
okay
wanna
to
know
send
how you
boys to
think.
war. It's okay.
I
We
wanna know
can
how you
afford to send boys to war, but we should not be able to afford them to send them to
ever say
college.
it was okay? Just to
But that's just that's the American way.
no, you see, this is what I'm getting at. You know, I want to know what you think, and not just in terms of Bernie or Trump. I don't give a shit about it. Politics, personally, I'm
That's what we're talking about, dude.
because I don't like Bernie, and you got pissed, and I told you
why.
why.
Shit about Bernie.
And yes, and I'll
Bernie's my
continue.
grandpa. I love that man.
I think he's an idiot.
Right, but whether you like him or you hate him, no politician should be held on a pedestal. We're all human.
No, but he's the only one that has stood
mean,
up
you-
and actually
you-
wanted to run for the people.
You're a fan of Reagan from the 80s, and whenever I mention that,
No,
He's not a
Reagan
saint.
has his faults as well.
right,
But
he let Al
Bernie
Qaeda into
was
the
the
White House.
only one that actually wanted to run for and doing what the government was supposed to do in the first place was work for the fucking people. The people. Work for the veterans. Work
hold
for
on.
the students.
You just
work for
said
the
how
elderly.
government was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, to
Government
work
originally
for
was
the
supposed to be out of most of our lives, as the country was originally developed. The government was supposed.
Was supposed
You
to be
didn't have
small,
as
I
much
think is what you're saying.
regulations. You didn't have like government
small
mandated
government.
this, government mandated that. You didn't have any of this stuff. This stuff
But
evolved.
what they've done, is they've allowed.
What kind of mandates,
for
though, have they
the rich
brought
to
in?
get richer and everyone else to get poorer.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
That the government.
What
works for
peasant
the top
revolution was ever
1%.
successful?
What?
What peasant revolution was ever successful?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
French wasn't that bad.
Listen,
French Revolution wasn't that bad. That was
the
peasants,
American
right?
Revolution was successful.
Oh, that was another French Revolution.
That wasn't a peasant revolution.
Okay.
In other words, when have the people?
Tell
So
us-
the people should just keep getting poorer and keep, going.
either.
I mean, then who is going to stand up and work for the people then, dude? Who is going to fucking stand up and say, listen, these people, they bust their ass and work. Listen, no, these people work hard. They work 40 some odd hours a week. They deserve more than $7.25 an hour. They deserve to have to apply for fucking food stamps every month. They deserve to be able to go out on a Friday night if they want to, as opposed to scrounging for rent. They work 40 hours a week and still have to collect cans. Fuck that. That's not the way the American way is supposed to be, dude.
My point is that life isn't fair. It's that simple.
And then you die? What?
It's that
But
simple.
it's not the way it was in the 50s, dude.
Was it fair in the 50s?
Trump wanted
for
to make
everybody?
America great again. The only thing that he's made great again is Saturday Night Live. That's the only thing he's fucking made great again.
Saturday Night Live has sucked.
Segregation
since-
was in the 50s. Come on.
Well, not
Okay, but people could also go to work at GM or General Electric or whatever. The husband could go to work, the wife could stay home with the kids
was
and have
no
the
Walmart.
actual family unit. You're right, there was no fucking Walmart. There were actually
Local business.
family-owned local businesses. Okay, but because of NAFTA and things like that, you know what? It just so happened that Hillary Clinton was working. I just want to smack that ass. Okay, it's bent over in my face. I just want to smack. There you go. Thank you.
Get out and walk.
Okay, Hillary was working on the board at Walmart. Okay, back in the late 80s. Right about the same time that Bill signed NAFTA, an agreement to be able to allow for child labor countries like Pakistan and China and all them other countries to be able to send all their shit into
I
Walmart.
thought it was just North American Free Trade Agreement. That's what NAFTA stands for, no?
Yeah, North American free trade
Mexico,
agreement. That means,
Canada, and the United
no,
States.
that means that we can allow that it happens in North America,
not
but
the
that
case?
means that we're able to allow all kinds of child-made labor shit brought into the North America.
So what's the in
Just for
NAFTA
the
for?
record, I'm against child
North
porn.
American.
Child labor, I'm still iffy on. But
Right,
go
but
ahead.
if
Listen, if those kids want to have sex, who are you to tell them not to? Okay?
My kids know.
it's not going on YouTube, but I'm just saying.
The thing is okay. First of all, again, economies collapse. And it's not necessarily because of government or the people.
Government.
Certain markets just die out.
GUVMT.
Okay, government.
Government.
Okay.
There's the bowling green
certain
in here.
markets actually just die out. Okay. There are businesses that will always open. There's businesses that will always close. You know what? Some people are smarter. Some people aren't so smart. Life isn't fair.
I kill you.
I understand that just with my own personal situation.
How come now? How come right now? And these days,
So instead of e pluribus unum, it should say
these
life sucks
days-
and then you die.
both parents have to work, sometimes more than one job, and even then they're still scrounging. Whereas back in the 50s, okay, one parent was able to work and bring home enough
I
money
blame
to support
technology.
their family.
I blame technological advances without the human capacity
Okay,
to understand
no.
what they're getting into.
Okay, because God forbid you blame higher wages and better benefits. God forbid.
Why do you need stuff like people that I know that are actually in poverty still have more stuff than I do? Not that I care, but when they have like big screen TVs, which I see all the time, when I see them complaining that they can't get food but they'll buy a 6-pack of beer,
So
it's
what
their
you're saying
choice.
is that the reason why they're on food stamps is because they bought a TV.
A lot of
Is that what you're
times,
saying?
it's choices you make, okay, in life, and sometimes, unfortunately,
I'm gonna tell you this, dude. I used to be a nurse's aide. Hi. I used to be a nurse's aide. I busted my ass for 40 some odd hours a week. Okay? For minimum wage. Broke my fucking back. Okay, to be able to make, because it's what I did. That was my profession. That was what I
Why'd
did.
you choose that profession? Why did you change
Because that's what me as a person, that's what I enjoy doing.
Passion,
it?
right?
And you can't blame the wage.
Yes, I can most certainly
Why?
blame the wage because the people are getting rich off of all their fucking Medicare and what the state.
owns a nursing home.
So, and what the fuck? And I'm just saying this: nurses' aides work harder than pretty much anybody on the fucking planet. They deserve better than fucking minimum wage, but because they can get away with paying them that much, that's what they do.
How much time you're arguing?
Minimum wage needs to go up, dude. That's all I'm fucking saying.
What is the minimum wage right
It's
now?
$7.25. It's been that way for over 15 years. But yet inflation keeps going higher and higher and higher every year. Okay, but yet minimum wage still stays the same.
7.25 cents.
$7.25.
Minimum wage for which jobs?
No, but
Which
there's an absolute minimum, and is that 7.25?
Yeah, that's the federal minimum wage. Some cities actually take compassion on their people and want to pay them more money, but that's not every.
Would
That's the cities you need to move to.
Would state minimum wages have higher?
Why would you dictate to a business how much they should pay to a person if they're complying with federal
Because
law?
otherwise they're gonna refuse to pay them. They're gonna pay them fucking peanuts because they can.
Then if I was a business person and if I couldn't afford it, I'd close shop.
Here's okay. Now let me raise a point. This was one thing that I was actually for Trump about, because Trump said that he was going to create more jobs. He was going to bring more jobs to the United States, and I hope he does. Okay, I'm not saying that he has or has not. I hope he does. So here's the thing: if there's a surplus of jobs, then there will be competition in the market to be able to bring more employees in. If
You
there's
just said something key,
yeah,
competition.
Exactly. No, honey, I used to be a conservative, a strong Republican conservative, so I know all it is to know about fucking competition. If there's a surplus of jobs, then there will be a competition. But see, that's not been the case. The surplus of jobs has been at fucking Walmart, Burger King, and McDonald's,
Whose fault
and
is
Taco
that?
Bell. That's where, and those people are the ones that make minimum
What
wage.
is this though?
Who's? Tell me. Tell me.
Who's been in government?
conservatives and
No, but
liberals
this problem
alike?
has been going on since George W.
It's been going on before that.
Don't fucking blame Obama.
Going on since Truman.
It's been going on way before that.
All throughout the spectrum are responsible for the Walmartization of
I love
retailers.
Walmart.
The Walmartization of retailers, though, where local businesses are out of business. But it's ironic, though, that conservatives who endorse small government, local business, they usually give tax breaks to
I don't
large
endorse small
retailers.
government when they're trying to charge me so much.
So
I
let's
just think that I
change the
get something
subject
cheaper
to
somewhere else.
veterans. Let's change the subject to veterans.
Okay.
Yeah. See, adults can do this. We can go back and forth. Yeah, let's talk about veterans.
Sure, what do you want to talk
Okay. George W. has never had any problem whatsoever inventing a war in Afghanistan and Iraq to send our boys over there. I don't want to say boys, they're men. Okay, are sending our men over there, and they come back all warped in the fucking head. What are they gonna do now? There's not shit available for them. They're staying in line and wait 6 months to see a doctor at the
Okay,
VA hospital.
Two things I think about. First of all,
No.
can't stand George Bush. Okay. Second of all, it's a volunteer army. It's not enforced. So, unfortunately,
So they shouldn't have any. Oh my God! Because they
Hold on,
volunteered,
hold on.
they should not have any
let me
benefits
finish.
when they come back.
No, let me finish.
They
Let
should
me
have
let me
known that when they
let
came
me let me finish. Let me finish. No one's putting a gun to anybody's head to sign up. Okay,
Okay.
first of all.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Once
you
you're
know damn
in,
well they're promised all kinds of
listen.
shit before they do.
Once you're in the military, there. You
But
follow,
is it not a national obligation to do your best by these people?
I'm
who are
sorry.
Is it not a national obligation to do your best by these people who are risking their lives?
Listen, like I said before, I truly believe
They had
that
the
the
GI Bill.
listen, the military-industrial complex is just that. Okay, you know, it's a business.
Yeah. Okay, so make excuses for the fact that all our boys come
I'm not
back
making
warped in the
excuses.
head. Yes, you are.
How am I making-
You're defending them. Are you
When
not?
did I agree with the war?
Well,
Let me
it's
ask
the
you that.
industrial complex. That's the way
Did
it
I-
is.
let me
You're
ask
talking,
Barry,
about,
did-
war in general, not the Iraq war.
Yeah, but did I agree with the war in Iraq? Or
No,
Do
no, you didn't. But
Yes
the
or
Iraq
no?
war is
Do you agree
bullshit.
that the United States should do more for the soldiers that come back because they're warped in the head?
It depends because I don't know the exact details of anything that they get.
The VA is a bureaucratic
My
mess.
friend Dwayne, who
That's-
you know,
that's
his dad
consensus,
is
right?
probably one of the higher ups in the VA, and he always tells people that you know what, a lot of the stuff that you hear is garbage.
So it's not a bureaucratic mess. It's all
No,
streamlined.
it's not that you know.
Garbage.
It's
not from
garbage.
it's not from Baston. Come on,
garbage.
it's garbage.
What do you charge? For
You know, like for
20 year
example, when,
accountants?
you know, a lot.
I'll be back.
There's problems. There's issues. Of course, there are. Could things be better? Of course.
Right, but is it as bad? Is it remotely as bad as people make it out to be? People on the outside looking in.
I don't think so.
Every company could do with a
Listen, every company could do
restructuring.
better in general. Okay, eat it. No, thank you. No, no, thank you.